I'm trying to hold over here. I can leave.
Give everyone a chance to get here. Very, very cool. Okay. Good morning. What a beautiful day. The sky finally cleared up for us, and we're just so happy to be here because we think this is a wonderful day for the city of Portage and for the Arvidsson family. I'm Jenny Orsburn, and I'm the park superintendent in Portage. And on behalf of the city of Portage, Mayor Snyder and myself, and our park board members, Ruth Jones, Deb Eckdahl, and Ken Lorenz, we wanted to invite you here today to rededicate a park. There's a little bit of a story here. As a new park superintendent, I was approached by the family wondering how the name of the park became Harbor Oaks Park. And we did some research into it, and we couldn't find out why it was called Harbor Oaks Park, because we have some history of this park being named Roberts Park. So we took advantage of a great opportunity to talk to Russell and get us some story and make this park what it should be. We did some improvements out here for it, and we continue to want to make some improvements to this park in honor of Mr. Arvidsson. So I think there's a great story to tell, and the great person to tell the story here is Mr. Bass. So,
well, yeah, I want to start about Bob here. He's a World War II veteran. You know, went through the whole war. And, you know, spent what, 4 or 5 years in there, Bob? Whatever, 3 years. But anyway, that's the one thing I wanted to emphasize. He is a World War II veteran. There's not a whole lot of them left. But the story begins in 1950 when his father, Ivor, created the subdivision and platted it out and everything, and he called it Gary Limits at the time. And he named this park at that point on the plat. He named this after Bob, Robert. So, you know, as time went on, Bob, you know, he built his house there in 1952, and he's lived there for over 60 years. He's raised 5 kids, 4 of them that are here. 60 years he's lived there. But then in 1960, when the city of Portage decided to incorporate this subdivision, and at that time they changed it from Gary Limits to Harbor Oaks, somehow, some way, this park got changed, the name, to Harbor Oaks Park. So as the years went on, you know, nobody said anything, and so last year Bob, you know, mentioned it to me that this used to be his park. And so I said, well, let's see if we can change it. And, you know, he didn't think we could do it, but with the help of Jenny and the park board, Ken, all these guys together, Jim Snyder, we pulled it off, and that's why we're all here today, is to celebrate Roberts Park in honor of Bob.
So we'd like to unveil the sign, rededicating it back to Roberts Park. Woo! Nice! He drew this up for us. We think it represents the park now. It's more of a nice little calm little pocket in your area here. So really proud to have that. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Arvidsson?
Huh?
Do you have anything? Look at you.
I'm absent-minded, so I have to.
Why don't you lean up against this? I want you falling over.
I want to thank my children and their spouses for putting this celebration together for me. I also want to thank Mayor Snyder and mostly the Portage Park Department for the great job, all the work they have been done in cleaning and finding the park redoing back to the original name. My father gave it back in 1951 to Roberts Park. Also, I thank Jim Crattrell for storing and hauling the stone for us, and thank all for you coming to my wonderful celebration. God bless you all.
Now you want to take everybody over. Everybody's seen the rock that the family put the rock in. All the family here got together and put that rock in.
Let's get him right here so we can get a picture of him. Right there by his mark. There you go. See, this is going to go in the archive.
Yes, it will. It will not change.
Never to be changed again. And we have to make sure that every new map that is printed by the city of Portage gets rid of that Harbor Oak Park thing.
If you could join us over by this beautiful rock that the family put together for
I'll make it.
All right, now let's get ripping.
I'll hold on.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
You up by the rock.
Bob over there.
Okay. Got it?
All right.
That's a nice piece of granite, too.
I wouldn't have that if it wasn't my children.
When everybody gets over here.
Bob, go stand by it.
Yeah, that's what I told him I was going to stand by it.
Go stand by the rock.
Now, let me tell the story about the rock here a little bit. You know,
That's exactly what it was made for.
all the picture taken done here, what?
There you go.
Stand right there. Okay.
It's a nice picture. Yeah, that's a beautiful photograph.
Right.
Smile, Mom. What was that?
But anyway, let me tell you a story on the rock. The rock was, we came up with the idea that we thought if it's going to be named after our Bob here, that we need some way to make sure when he dies he'll live in infamy, obviously. So we decided to get the rock, and Craig, where's he at?
Right over
There he
here.
is. He's the one who found that rock. I think he did a heck of a job. We had a guy out in Valpo inscribe the whole thing, and like he said in his speech, Jimmy Botcherell helped us set it. But I think it's something that you know, I'm proud of, and I think that hopefully they're proud of.
I am.
And the tree behind it is a snowball.
What kind of tree?
It's a snowball.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And they have them in their house.
Hey, anybody else want to say anything?
And every year
Huh?
he would pick them and then he'd put them on his substrate. So Russell planted.
We have some coffee and donuts over here if anybody would like to have some.
Hey, Linda.